What's up, everybody? No, seriously, I ask this question at the beginning of every single video, and nobody ever gives me an answer. Don't let me hanging, guys, that's rude! Seriously, what is up with you people? I'm waiting! Ugh. A little disclaimer before we start this part. I apologize for any coughing or throat clearing or general me sounding like the death. Because I don't know what I've got, but I feel like peak hole right now, so let's just hop into Jimmy T's stage before it gets any worse.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah. Jimmy T is an interesting individual. His stage isn't necessarily, well, it isn't traditionally about introducing new games. It's about giving you games that you've already played. And was that a cat? Giving you games you've already played, just bumping them up to another difficulty level. Now, in case you're not aware, if you go back into a stage you've already been to, like Wario or Young Cricket here, you'll be sent into essentially an endless mode, where your goal is to complete as many minigames as possible before you lose all your lives. Now, obviously, that's going to be a little harder on Jimmy T's stage, because once you defeat the boss game, it goes right back around into just being a harder difficulty, back to normal speed. But once you complete level 3 difficulty, which is the highest it'll go, it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster. Meaning, getting high scores in Jimmy T's stages are much more difficult because the game starts going apeshit on you a lot sooner. We have that out of the way, and I've wasted a whole 2 minutes of your time explaining walkthrough material. Let's just hop right in, shall we? Oh, Disco. You died for some really good reasons. So, what is the local master of the burning disco? Well, that'll teach me to try and come up with jokes on the fly. Burning disco. That's pretty much what happened at the end of the 80s, isn't it? Oh, it's a kitty. Aww. That was nice. And now, this simple act of kindness brings thousands upon thousands of cats to him. Or rather, 14 cats to his side, but really, who's counting? And of course, notice the contrast here. It's the power of dance that brings color back to the world. Okay, I get the finger point, but were some of these seriously dance moves back then? Not that I lived in the era or anything, I'd like somebody to confirm all of this. And why not bring them into the club? Alright. Ah, sushi roll. I could go for some sushi right now. I always like the California rolls, the fried ones though. Oh, seriously, if you ever come to where I live, there's a place called Sushi Garden. They're a little expensive, but they're totally worth it if you have enough money. Aha! Alright. Give! Go to bed. You're going to bed, you little fucknut. How does that go again? You're going in the ark, you fucknut. That's the line. I had to think about it for a second. I'm trying not to make my commentary as spastic anymore. I recently got done watching Notte Luminosa by Proton Jaunt, and I realized there's actually some kind of merit to having quiet moments in your commentary as well. Allowing yourself a moment to think, or do something like that when you've just got crazy motions you gotta go through. Once again, you could get away with closing your eyes there. I just didn't think about it in time. The farther you get into developing your own style of commentary, the more you begin to realize all the different things you could do to shape it. I've talked about this before in terms of attacking Toucans. Nothing against the guy, he does what he does very well, but At this point, people tend to come to him for one specific type of humor, and really it's because that's the only type of joke he tells. Well, that minigame was kind of doomed from the start, wasn't it? Trying to psych me out, you little bastard. Yeah, it's the only type of joke he tells, and he's gotten very good at it, and he seems to have fun doing it. It's just if you kind of drag yourself into a corner like that, that's all people will ever want from you, is that one type of joke. Oh no! I infected him with the power of disco! He will have that afro for the rest of his life. That poor man. Okay, focus. I'm trying to make a legitimate point here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it better to be sort of a specialist comic where you appeal to a specific type of humor? Sort of like Jeff Foxworthy or maybe Yakov Smirnoff? Or is it better to be an all-rounded type of comic, like maybe Robin Williams or, jeez, what's his name? The guy who says, I love cinnamon rolls. That's why I wish they made a cinnamon roll incense. Because I don't always have time to make a pan. I just want to light a stick and watch my roommates wake up with false hopes. No! You're headed to San Francisco! Come back! Oh, we've lost him. That poor man. We've ruined 2 lives in this set of minigames alone. Oh. Yeah, so if you were hoping on planning a little extra time with your girlfriend tonight, cuddling with her, try and get that image out of your head. You're welcome, everybody. Okay, I know that's a legitimate move, but seriously, I want to ask, how much effort do you have to go through to get the entire dance floor to just improv do that head twirling thing? They've all got to know what you're doing, one, and now, trained in the art of disco, the cat army set off to conquer the world. What's this? Aha! And it all comes full circle. Friends for life. Friends for life, cat. Ah, now we unlock who appears to be everybody's favorite character from this game. Well, everybody but me, it seems. And 2 more of my personal favorite characters. Oh, Penny. You know, I've talked about this before, how I'm not really bothered by the fact that Kat and Anna are children. It's part of their appeal. Just something about young ninjas makes
it works for the most part. More cool.
However, I'm gonna admit something here. I really, really wish Penny was older. What can I say? I have a thing for girls with glasses. Oh, what could have been? What could have been? Oh, which one are we gonna do? You know what? Let's save the fun characters for their own episode. I think this particular run, I'm gonna go for Penny here, really quick. So, let's hop right on into her stage and see what we got to deal with. Penny, as I understand it, is actually the granddaughter of Dr. Krygor, a character from the previous games who is pretty much known as a total mad scientist. And as you might have guessed, she's into science as well. There you saw him, right on a picture that went by. Along with Mike, who was also a character created by Dr. Krygor. A little bit of Warioware history there for you. Oh, there it is. I knew it was going to sneak up on me eventually. Unfortunately, Penny's cuteness is kind of countered in this game. She puts on this really goofy little outfit. And I think the reason I don't like it so much is because it reminds me of Dr. Krygor. It just does not look good. It's gaudy. Well, like I know anything about fashion, right? Well, that was easy. How many of you actually... Uh-oh. Gotta be quiet for a sec.
Food. Holding the back end delicately between two fingers, point the form baton forward. The regal French fry remains one of nature's greatest muses.
Aha! No comment. I'm fresh out of Olympics jokes after the summer, guys. I'm sorry. Huh. Hammer a nail, hammer a nail. Is it just me, or is Ed one of the most
The mortar and pestle. Hold the form baton vertically in your left hand and cup it gently in the palm of your right. To crush is also to create, and from squashing comes spice.
Is it just me, or is Ed one of the most quotable individuals in all of cartoons? I remember practically every line that ever came out of his mouth. I forget what we're doing. My dream come true. I am buttered toast. A giant Swedish meatball. Now I'm just going into
The boxer. Turn the form baton sideways and hold it firmly from above in your left hand. Let the spirit of the noble sucker punch guide you to victory.
This is actually something I know quite a bit about. So this is a stance I'm gonna do quite well. At least I hope I'll do well. I know quite a bit about punching. Don't mean to brag or seem like an internet tough guy or anything, but I could teach you a thing or two about how to defend yourself. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't necessarily the Think about what you're gonna say before you say it. You know, that's kind of the whole reason you brought up the pauses in the commentary thing in the first place. Amazing that I've come this far and I'm still improving on it. Oh dear, that's a tad disturbing, don't you think? Oh my god, that's nightmare fuel right there. Okay, that guitar was not in tune, I am telling you right now. That was way messed up. Seriously, hang on a sec. And I still won the minigame regardless. Yeah, I know a thing or two about music, everybody. Unfortunately, one of the strings is broken here, so I couldn't play you a tune. That's sad, too. I actually spent a lot of time studying, teaching myself how to play some video game themes. Mario, Okamiden. I have been working on that song that I was talking about all the way back in that one episode! Haha! Can't beat my sword skills either. Told you I can teach you a thing or two about defending yourself. Behold! Gentlemen! Behold! I have lost weight! Oh, and how do you celebrate the successful victory of an invent-off? With a dance, of course. And I'm sure we're never gonna see that little motorcycle again. Yep, that was just a one-off thing that's never gonna be a part of anything ever. Alright guys, well, I think that's just about it in terms of this episode. Let me get just a second to gather my thoughts back together again, and I'll catch you in the next one with a brand new set of jokes. Hopefully they'll actually be funny this time. So, see you then everybody. Later!